Has him at the 45 already. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move. On first down. Throwing. Trask. Howard has the first down and then some. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, 44 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They'll run on first down with Evans. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now they'll throw with Allen. And his throw here is incomplete. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of wide open right there.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Does the big boy have the juice?
In your face!
And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And the Bucs continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point try now for Succop. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Evans gets it again on second down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation,
bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Buccaneers have it. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you get defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational, that's very good. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Buccaneers have it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Brady. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like...
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
What's up?
Now a hit and a loose football. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Well, that's the value of having a teammate that's got your back, because it was nearly a disaster, but fortunately a friendly face able to fall on it in the end zone.
Yeah, and I don't know if he was tired from all of that running or what, but he was unable to hold on to the football. Fortunately for him, someone on his team wasn't too tired to find the ball and score a touchdown.
They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
A gain of 6 there on first. The final shot before half for Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we have reached halftime in our first... Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months. Already we're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing you have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and run for it with Evans. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. It's taken to the 26. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Cameron Sample brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. After the sack on 1st down, Brady is going to let this one go deep. Watches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Brady going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Complete at the 1. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something with said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
To return it, Darius Phillips. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. To the air, Allen. They'll They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. The ball comes out, and the Buccaneers have it. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this one is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurting this. No, okay.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Suck up for the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in. position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded just inside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Brady. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Another completion for Tom Brady, and I just know that in his New England days, he would fight to stay out there until the end, until that clock hit zeros. But here in Tampa Bay, I just wonder if they'll want him to come out of the game and hand him the baseball cap in recognition of a job well done in this one.
Brady's throw there complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Well, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. They begin the drive with Williams. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. And they'll go underneath here to Evans. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. It has been a dream start to the preseason thus far as they look to finish things strong in the 4th quarter. Brady now on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Brady now to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. 20, 10, touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. Extra point try now for Succop. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. On the return, Phillips. Now with him and a loose football. And the Buccaneers have it.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that will extend this big lead. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, nice move. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Back now comes Tampa Bay. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Williams to return. And he loses the football the second time. And the Buccaneers have it. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases: offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush it and never go back and review. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. Drew Sample, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Allen again. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea, his 2nd sack of the night.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by McPherson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And that one's incomplete. 3 seconds left, and barring a penalty, this next play should be our last. This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Brady going to look to throw, and this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points